bedsore, I would recommend from the start is do the skin flap surgery. You'll be done with it in 2 months tops. I tried to heal it, and I didn't want to do a surgery because I was worried about having a huge scar, and it sucked a year of my life out of me. Trying to heal it, only to not heal it and have to do the surgery anyways. So if I would recommend to anyone who's doing as a bed sore, do the skin flap right away. So I had to be stuck in the bed for a month straight, and I wound up developing bed sores. And so I had to wait for those to heal before I could even get to the point of getting in a chair and starting to learn how to do things. So I had a lot of atrophy. But it also worked as a plus side too, because when I was bedridden, the only way that I could get out of bed was in a gurney. So I had to do everything on my chest, lying down, and that was my wheelchair. So I got to do a lot of, what is this, trap, I don't know, this muscle here. I got to do a lot of workout with that. Back when I could walk and I played music, like I really, I attracted people, and I always like really, it's really a wonderful life, and people feel great, and people made me feel great, and I just love people. Then I broke my neck, and I kind of lost sight of that. I thought, like, I don't got the vessel anymore, right? I'm not this good-looking guy, or I'm not this, I don't have this guitar, and I'm not on stage anymore. But I think I fell out of a plane and I found it again. It's like, it's the same thing all over again, I just walk around the streets and people recognize me, and they want to take pictures, and I think it's cool, you inspire people and people inspire you. I think it's a sharing. It's really one. Dreams is, I know, well, I have a few. The main one is, I'd like to be a motivational speaker. I'd like to be somebody like Anthony Robbins, like not just a Mickey Mouse one. I want to be like the one, like one of the majors, like someone that everybody knows their name. I think I have like a 15-year plan. These next few years, I need to get my name known nationally, volunteering, whatever it takes. And then after that, maybe make more like a corporation where it's an entity where you go out and you actually do a job. But I'm thinking by the time I'm 50, I'm not going to want to travel anymore. So I'm hoping to get that in and wrap it up. But also, I have, based on my trials and my experiences, and of course, my shenanigans in rock and roll, I think I got a great book. I also got children's books that I write. I also got techniques in therapy that I pioneered, so I think that's an angle. I also know the whole karate thing. I'm trying to get my black belt by the end of the year. So if I could open up a dojo for disabled people, I think that would be really something I'd like to work on. And also, I really would like to consider being a professor at Indigenous peacemaking or Ho'oponopono. Because I know everyone has a bad story, but I think I've been through quite a bit, and I think that I've overcome quite a bit. And
okay, so what advice do you have for someone else who wants to move back into their home or community?
I would say, the kid, definitely you gotta start learning the system. I say you definitely gotta stop relying on others to do things. Don't call your social worker. It's nice to check in and have a support team, but they're just there for support. They're supposed to be bystanders. You gotta be independent. You gotta pound the pavement. You gotta find those numbers. You gotta call your insurance, and you gotta learn. You gotta do everything all on your own, as much as possible. And it's like, don't be afraid. Like, I'm terrified to go get my own apartment and live by myself, but why not, right? If you don't challenge yourself, you never know what you can do. And then once you do that, then you can do something more. Skydiving, I've always kind of wanted to do. I think I wanted to do it since I saw Point Break, and I wanted to rob banks and stuff and jump out of planes and surf. I tried calling like 10 years ago when I first broke my neck. But I was so terrified that just on the phone I was shaking already, so it didn't work out. I hung up. But recently, a friend had a birthday, and they were going to go. So as a group, not going by yourself, I wanted to go, and like I was just so excited. And you know, it's kind of like, you know, you get afraid and everything, but it's not that bad. I mean, what else is worse than being paralyzed? Not much. So we went down there. I think the drive is the scariest part. It's just the drive. Once you get down there, I mean, everybody's so excited. That's because I get to sit right by the door and I get to jump first. So it's just like, it's so incredible. It's like you're flying. It's not like you're falling. It's just such a wonderful feeling. And then all of a sudden the camera guy flies over to you and he's like right in your face, and you guys just start screwing with each other. He's just relaxing you. He's like sticking finger at you. He's blowing kisses at you. And then like I was trying to punch him, and it was just fun. He's just such a nice guy. And then when you get down and you pull the chute and you're under canopy, I mean, it's just, the view is just so gorgeous. And it's like you're falling, and it's like, oh, it's almost over. You're ready to go right back up again if you can afford it.
Did the skydiving company have any concerns about you doing this, or did they make any accommodations, or?
Yeah, well, they didn't have concerns. They do it. They take people up in wheelchairs. What they do is they, instead of standing up and putting on, carry your feet up while you're landing so that they don't hit the ground and anything happens. So, and oh, he's so nice because they bring everybody walks over to the plane, but they brought the truck over, and he carries me like a baby and puts me in it, and he carries me up into the plane, sets me on the floor, and then you know, he sits down, and everybody helps. You know, I mean, they help put you in. Like my shirt came up here, you can see my belly. They tuck your shirt down, they fix you up, they make you look good, because they know when you land on the ground it's gonna be awkward, right? So they fix everything. They pull your pants up. Like they had it down. They were professional. They were like carriers. And he straps you up. And once he straps you in, that's it. I mean, you're anywhere he moves, you move. So he can stand up, and you're when I was in Polymomy, there was this nurse there that, you know, she was sympathetic to how I was trying to find a place, and that she understood that, you know, I wanted to go independent, not back into foster care. So she knew about Going Home Plus, and she recommended it. She wrote it down on my chalkboard, and, you know, I looked you guys up online, and that's where I came across, I dug up Maddie's number, and I think I emailed her, and she was out of town or something, and then she got back to me and left me her number. And then it's really key or important that to gaining your independence, you have to become, this is providing opportunity for housing, for apartments, because you wouldn't believe just a simple fact of filling out a form kind of stops a guy like me dead in my tracks. And Going Home Plus has also been very helpful in the negotiation when housing is not adequate, and the promptness of addressing it when I was just kind of being ignored and blown off. That was extremely helpful.